In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I got my first $3,500 per month social media marketing agency client using organic outreach or cold email. And this is a proven method, as mentioned, that I've used myself personally. And I'm going to go through from A to Z exactly how I did it. And if you're new here, my name is Max. I run an SMMA, a super niche marketing agency. And on this channel, we explore how to start, run, and grow a successful marketing agency that helps us produce great results for our clients, but also helps us as the entrepreneur to achieve financial, time, and location freedom. But without further ado, let's just dive right into my computer and let's get started with this video. So as you can see here on my screen, I just have a quick presentation for you. I'm going to show you how to get social media marketing agency clients with cold email, new method or a proven method, whatever you want to call it. So let's dig into it. So first of all, I'm going to go over how to send successful cold emails, what you need included, what you don't want included. Then I'm going to go over a script that you can use in the actual email. Then I'm going to go over some tools that are really good to use when you do cold email outreach. And then finally, just summarize the video. So let's start with how to send successful cold emails. So why do we even send cold emails? Well, it's one of the best promotion strategies for new and established social media marketing agencies. This is how I got my first $3,500 per month client. It's free, it's direct communication with the prospect, and pretty much everybody check their email inbox daily, like multiple times per day. And when we do this, we have to stand out. But if you don't have money yet to invest in paid advertising, if you don't have cash flow coming in yet, doing cold email is normally a great way to go for pretty much all markets out there if you want to get your first client. And here's something that is very important to remember. So because I have a lot of people that reach out to me and ask, hey Max, I've been doing cold emails now for 7 days, or I've sent 100 emails and I haven't got a single booked appointment, or nobody has responded to me yet. And I always like to remind them of this. So when you run cold ads, if you have a 1% CTR or click-through rate, meaning if 1% of everybody that see your ad on Facebook, let's say, click on your ad, that's good, all right? And then when they come to your landing page, if 20% of all the clicks that came to the landing page convert to an actual lead, that's good as well, right? And then if you have a 20% conversion rate on the actual video, if it's a video sales letter funnel or a VSL funnel, if they watch your presentation video and they book a call, if you get 20% of all of the leads book a call immediately, that's pretty good as well. So what does this mean? Well, if you get 10,000 people that see your actual ad on Facebook, 10,000 people, right? 10,000 potential prospects see your ad on Facebook, 1% click on the ad, that will be 100 clicks, right? And then if you have a 20% conversion rate on your landing page, you will get 20 leads. And if you have a 20% conversion rate on your actual presentation video, you will get 4 booked calls. So remember this when you send cold emails. When you do paid advertising, 10,000 people see your ad and you get 4 booked calls. So keep this in mind when you do organic outreach and you reach out to people, that you have to have quantity. You have to reach out to a lot of people to actually get booked appointments coming in. However, we can get higher conversion rates when we do organic outreach if we customize our messaging. And this is what I'm going to talk about in this video. But again, this is important. A lot of people that you reach out to, they're not going to be interested right now because they already have a solution, they already have clients, or it's not a good fit right now. There's thousands of reasons why people are not a good fit for your offer right now. So don't be discouraged if people don't respond to your email after 100 emails. The next thing I want to talk about is that personalization is key when you do organic outreach or when you send cold email. So the biggest leverage you have when you do cold organic outreach via email, let's say, versus paid ads is that you can personalize the message. So don't skip this. So what do I mean by this? Well, when you see an ad on Facebook, it's just an ad. It's a generic ad that's targeted to a specific audience. But when you do organic outreach with email, you can personalize that email to that specific person that you're sending it to. Meaning that you can increase the amount of responses you get if you just put some extra effort into doing a personalized email versus just blasting out a templated email to thousands of people. I don't recommend that. I recommend going for personalization. You should definitely use that when you do organic outreach. And then the final thing I want to talk about here is that go the extra mile when you do organic outreach to create a message that will wow the receiver, right? They will understand immediately that this email is specifically for them. It's personalized, custom written. Maybe you have even a video included that I will talk about later in this video. Understand their pains and problems, the prospect that you're talking to. Reach out to the actual prospect or the receiver cross-platform. So maybe you send an email and then you send a LinkedIn request and then you follow them on Instagram and like a photo that they have on Facebook, etc. Right? So this is really how you should think before you even begin sending cold emails. So keep this in mind. It takes quality, but it also takes quantity, right? The next thing I want to talk about is the script. And I have this script in another video as well, but I thought I would reiterate this script in this video as well. So here's just a simple script that I like to use when I send a cold email to somebody. So first of all, just hi name. And then what I like to use is a personalized first line. And I'm going to show you an example of this here in just a second. But hi John. And then immediately I want to have a personalized first line so that John that I'm reaching out to knows immediately that this is not a templated message, right? This is a personalized message specifically for him. We don't want it to look like a blasted spam email, but we want it to look like a personal email to John. And then we have the SMMA pitch, and on this channel we talk a lot about SMMA, or super niche marketing agency, that we only have one niche, one service, and one offer. So here we want to have a short, condensed pitch about what we do that is relevant to the prospect, in this case John, right? And then we can include also a Loom video that I'm going to talk about later in this video, so we can have a personalized video in here as well. And then finally we have a call to action or a question. So it could look something like this. If you send an email, a subject line that I like to use is just hi name from Max, so hi John from Max. And then it's basically just hi John, and then we do the personalized first line, right? So it could be, for example, just watch the video on your website, really like the part where you had the ABC roofing trucks in front of the homeowner's house combined with the drone footage, right? Just a personalized line here, something about maybe their website, a video on their website, something you saw on their Instagram, something you saw on their Facebook page, just something that is personalized to John. So when John reads this, he knows that, hey, Max actually went to my website, checked my video where he saw these things, the drone footage and so forth, right? And have fun with this as well. Make something personal specifically to John. And then I dive straight into the SMMA pitch. So that could, for example, be, we help residential roofing contractors that make at least $1 million per year to generate leads for $20 and verified booked appointments for less than $80 using Facebook ads. And we worked with some of the top 100 biggest roofing contractors in the nation since 2017. So in this line here, in this quick pitch, I could condense this pitch and make it a little bit shorter. I pretty much just wrote this off the cuff when I wrote it, but I'm accomplishing a couple of things here, right? So I'm telling him that I'm only working with residential roofing contractors like Jan. I'm also telling him that we're only working with roofing companies making at least $1 million per year. And then I also tell him that we have something, or our service, that I know John wants. So we're generating leads for less than $20 and booked appointments for less than $80, which are really good numbers in the roofing industry. And then finally, I just have some social proof there, right? I'm telling him we've been able to work with some of the top 100 big roofing contractors in the nation. We've been doing this since 2017, right? And then what I can do is just say something like, recorded a quick video for you showcasing what we do, how it works, and client results. Click here to watch the video. And then I have a personalized Loom video where I pretty much just reiterate what I've said in this text format. For example, I could have his website in the background, and then I just say the same thing like, hi John, just watched your website here, saw your video, the drone footage of the homeowner was really, really good, and I just wanted to send you a personalized video. So what we do is that we help yada, 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 right? So I pretty much just reiterate what I've written in the email, but in video format. I show my face in the video, and I share my screen as well and have their website open, let's say. So it just lets the guard down and let them see who I am, how I talk, what I look like, etc., right? And then finally, I just go for the call to action, something like, would you have time to jump on a quick call later this week? And this is something that I mentioned in the Loom video as well. You can have a call to action button in the video as well. So you say, for example, John, if you're interested, just let me know, or you can click the link here in the top right corner. You will be taken to my Calendly page. You can book a call online, right? So this is the script that I recommend. We can talk some more about it here in just a second. But then if we dive into some tools, right? So here's basically how to send successful cold emails and the tools that I like to use. So first of all, I like to use Google Workspace. So let's go over each one here right now. So if I just Google Workspace, this is basically, it allows you to create a custom email from your domain name essentially. So in my case, our website is homeservice.co, and if I sign up with Google Workspace, I can use my domain in my actual email. So it's max@homeservice.co, and everything is built upon the Google solution, obviously. So everything is done in Gmail. It's very cheap. It's like $6 per month for the business starter. You get custom and secure business email, video meetings. You also get storage in Google Drive, 30 gigabytes, and then you can upgrade to the $12 per month plan if you want to, and you get 2 terabyte storage per user as well. So this is what I recommend that you use when you start to do cold email, that you buy a domain and that you use Google Workspace, because it's just gonna look a lot more professional to send an email from max@homeservice.com, or co rather, than just having like maxhappy@gmail.com or maxhappy1346@gmail.com, right? So that's the first tool I highly recommend. The next tool that you can use is something called Warm Up Inbox. Let's see here. This is not a mandatory tool. This is something that you can use if you just want to make sure that your email don't land up in spam. So it's a tool. It costs like I don't know, yeah, $9 per month per inbox. Again, not mandatory. A lot of people use this when they send a lot of emails in bulk or in blast. That's not really the way that I recommend. I recommend going for a lower quantity but with higher quality with personalization and videos. You still won't need quantity, right? As I mentioned before, but you don't want to sacrifice quality for quantity, especially when you do cold outreach via email. But this is a tool that you can use to warm up your email and make sure that you don't end up in spam, essentially. Then another tool I can recommend is a service called Ad Zombies. It's basically a copywriting service mainly used for ads, but I'm sure you can use it to revise your cold email copy as well. The template or the script that I just gave you here, you can literally just use that exact same structure. Obviously you have to customize it to your niche and your offer and so forth, but if you want some help to write some copy or an outreach message, you can use Ad Zombies. So if I just Google that, we've used this a couple of times for our Facebook ads and so forth. They are really good. They deliver really quick, and they have some really good copywriters here as well. So yeah, you can check it through. They have monthly plans, but they also have one-off prices as well. So this is like $149 per month. You don't really need that. So this is something you can look through if you need some copywriting help with your actual outreach message, if you want to invest into that. The next tool I want to talk about is Mailshake. And Mailshake is a tool, basically a cold email outreach tool, and used to send emails in mass. This tool is not needed necessarily, and what I recommend actually in the beginning, what you do is just to send all of the emails manually, essentially. But let's go to Mailshake's website here, and I can show you what it is. And there's a ton of cold email outreach tools out there, right? And Mailshake is just the one that I've used and I really like. So yeah, you can just go to the website and check through this if you want to. You can see the pricing here. I think it's like $58 per month. I want to talk about this actually because in the beginning you don't really need a tool like this. And honestly, if I would start doing cold email now as well, I wouldn't really use a tool like this. And I will tell you why. Because I would much rather send 10 or to 20 super personalized cold emails every single day, where I do a Loom video included for each email and reach out cross-platform to all of the prospects that I reach out to. Then, for example, buying a list from a D7 lead finder tool, take all of those emails into Mailshake and just blast out the email. I've tried that multiple times and I see 100 times better results when I do actual real customized outreach with the Loom video. I get much more responses, and even if I get a no, or even if I reach out to a person who's not interested, he's actually going to reply that he's not interested, and he might reach out in a later time because he will remember me because I sent him a very customized email and with a Loom video because I wowed him, right? But I still wanted to mention a tool like this in this video because a lot of people ask for it. The next tool I want to talk about is obviously Loom. So if you go to loom.com, let's see here. Loom is awesome. It's free and you can also pay for it, and it's very cheap. But basically what Loom allows you to do is to send customized video quickly and easily within seconds, essentially. So what you do, you just download it to your computer and you get it a tool like this, and then you can also show your face here. So let me see if I can use both cams simultaneously, so you can see me right here. There I am. I can then start recording. I can share my screen and simultaneously as I show my face, and then I have obviously my microphone as well. So I can just record a video, and it's very simple. I just click here and then I press record. So after I stop the recording, let me show you how it works. I just click record here. It's going to count down 3, 2, 1. Then I can record my video right here. I can look into the camera, yada. When I stop the recording, it's just going to take a couple of seconds here. It's going to be uploaded to the internet, and then I have the video right here. It's done, and it's done, ready to go. Then I can change the title here. So hi John from Max. And then I can also do a call to action button here. So I can just do a fake link and then schedule a call here. Yeah, so I can just place a link right there, and then I have a call to action button here at the top as well. So in this video, when I record a Loom video, I will basically just go through my pitch in a video format, and then at the end, I would say like, hey, yeah, click this link here in the top right corner if you want to schedule the call, right? And Loom is free to use in the beginning, and then if you want to use their paid plan, it's $8 per month, and you can have unlimited recording length and unlimited videos and so forth. So I highly recommend to invest $8 into Loom instead of investing $56, let's say, into an email outreach tool like like Mailshake, right? The next tool I want to talk about that's really powerful to use when you do organic outreach and just makes you look a little bit more professional is Calendly, right? So it's an online scheduling tool, and it's highly recommended to set up calls with prospects using Calendly. So instead of mailing back and forth, yeah, just Thursday 2 p.m. work for you, and then your different time zones, so you have to go back and forth with a ton of emails. Instead, just send them a link to your Calendly and they can book their own appointments online. So if you go to Calendly, if you just Google this or go to the page, I highly recommend to use this tool. If you go to pricing, essentials, $8 per month, like the best investment you can make. So I highly recommend to do that. So yeah, if you have a professional email account with your domain in it, maybe you set up a very simple website, could be nice as well. Just nothing fancy, just a very, very simple website where they might see your face, or you have a quick introduction what you do, and then also invest in Loom, and then invest in Calendly. Then pretty much you have everything that you need to get started. And this is going to cost you like a domain, $10 per year. Then you have the Workspace, $6 per month. And then you have Calendly, what's that? $8 per month. And then you have Loom for $8. So that's 16, that's $25, give or take, per month to start your own online SMMA business and all the features that you need. So it's like, yeah, super duper cheap, and it's gonna make you look very professional as well. Honestly, you don't need more than that. And then the final tool that I recommend as well is Zoom. It's an online meeting tool. I'm sure you know what Zoom is. Highly recommended that you do your initial calls or your sales calls over Zoom versus the phone. And why I like to use Zoom, you can use Google Meet as well if you want to use that. I personally like Zoom. That's what I like to use. A lot of people are pretty familiar with Zoom as well. I highly recommend you doing your sales calls over Zoom over a phone call because you can show your face, which is always good to show who you are on a sales call. The prospect that you talk to don't necessarily need to show their face, but if you do, yeah, it will just build trust and it will let their guard down. They will trust you more because they can see who you are, what you look like, how you move, how you talk, etc. And also it's easier to communicate when they can see you because you can show them that you're listening, or you can show them that you nod, that you agree, etc. etc. So I highly recommend to use Zoom. You can also share your screen, and because I highly recommend when you do your initial calls that you do a pitch deck presentation on your sales calls, and that's something I'm going to do here next week. In my next video next week, I'm going to talk about how to actually do those Zoom calls and so forth, what to say, when to say what, how to do the pitch deck, how to present your offer, etc. Keep an eye for that for coming video. But that's basically the tools that I highly recommend that you look into and that you use. If we just dive into the final summary. So basically rule number 1, right? Always personalized when you do organic outreach via cold email. It's your biggest leverage when doing organic outreach. Don't skip it. Use Loom. Loom is an extremely powerful tool. It creates a more personalized pitch, so use it. Don't overthink it, right? Keep your message short, to the point, and personalized. Don't overthink it. Some people won't be interested no matter what. Just record and send it, right? So when you record a Loom video, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you get the message across, it's personalized. You have a Loom video in there, you have a pitch and a call to action. Send it away. Keep track of them in like a spreadsheet somewhere so that you can follow up in a couple of days or so. Maybe you send 3 or 4 follow-up messages over the course of 2 weeks, and if you haven't heard from them, or if they tell you no thank you, you know what's going on. And for follow-up messages, you know, I didn't mention that in this video, but for the follow-up messages, just keep it very, very short. You have that initial pitch with the personalized Loom video. So since you have such a personalized first email, what I like to send for a follow-up is just, you know, hi John, just wanted to make sure hi John, I just wanted to make sure my previous email didn't get buried in your inbox, or something like that. Or maybe, hi John, I don't want to follow up 1,000 times, but please just let me know if you've seen this, and if you're not interested, let me know. Or if you're interested, let me know as well. You know, something super duper short. So don't overthink these things. The main thing is that your first email is personalized with a clear pitch. You have a Loom video in there and a clear call to action. Like, what do you want them to do? Well, go book a call if you're interested, right? And then have fun. Like, you have to do this work. Like, if you're starting out and you want to promote your agency, somebody has to do the work. And if you're the only one in the business right now, you will have to do the work. And this work is manual work. It can seem tedious at times, but it has to get done. So why not just make it a little bit more fun, right? So have fun with it. You know, specs it up a bit, smile, laugh in the videos. If you say a sentence wrong in your Loom video, let's say, just laugh it off and continue. Like, the more personality you can show, the better. And basically, the main message that I wanted to get across in this video is that, you know, a lot of people out there, when they talk about cold email outreach, they talk about all these tools that you need to buy lists, that you need to make all these super fancy follow-up campaigns campaigns, yada, yada, yada. In my opinion, I don't really like it. I've been trying that, trust me, multiple times, and I always get better results if I just make more personalized outreach, if I just make a more personalized angle to everything. I source their emails manually, I Google them, I look them up, I actually make my due diligence, I check their LinkedIn, I add them on Instagram, LinkedIn, I find their email, maybe I find their phone call as well, so I'll send them an email and like try to call them as well. And if they answer, I just present myself super quick, like, hey, I'm Max, I just found your business, I found it super great, and I saw this and this and that, and I just decided to send you an email. So I just wanted to give you a quick call and just ask if you could just take a quick look at that email. And if you're interested, let me know. And if you're not, please let me know as well. Thank you so much. You know, something like that. The main thing, again, that I talk about on this channel is just to have a really good offer, know your market, have an SMMA, be a specialist, don't be a generalist, and so forth. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Let me know what you thought of it. I also have some more videos coming up later next week, as mentioned, on how to do the sales call and so forth. But if you have any specific questions on what you want to learn more about when it comes to running, growing, or starting a social media marketing agency or an SMMA, please let me know. I'm doing this because I want to learn from you guys what you want. And also leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below as well. I want to take this channel big. I'm posting a video every single day right now, 7 days of the week, 5 shorts and 2 longer form videos. So yeah, following along and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.